We're Larry and Angie Cox, and we've been coming to Center Pointe for a year and 2 months.
Yes, we're new to the Center Pointe family.
We came from one of those mega churches in the greater Cincinnati area, and back in the day there, we were involved in hospitality and connections, and we were involved with that ministry and the students for about 7 years or almost 8 years. Before we decided to step down and let others have a chance to work in that ministry in our place. We felt like God was calling us to do something else, and we didn't know what it was, and wanted to leave ourselves available and open to listen and be ready to take that step when it came.
So we were still attending the mega church and living here in Liberty Township, and our son Colton Jackson was hired on as Center Pointe as a worship pastor. And so one Sunday he was being introduced on the stage, him and his wife, and we came that Sunday just to support them and to show our love for them. And we were wondering what Center Pointe was about and what he was kind of getting himself into. So we wanted to be there just to say that we had his back. So one Sunday morning, we walked in the doors, and when we walked through the doors, not even into the sanctuary, but into the hallway, we felt something different. We felt a calling, and so we went in for the service that day. We enjoyed the service, the worship, and when we left, we both looked at one another and said, we think this is where God's calling us to be, and this could be our new home.
You know when you know. You know, when God puts his hand on you or reaches out and says, follow me, yeah, you can hear that inside. You can feel the Holy Spirit pulling you.
We decided to get connected with connections and use our past experience for 7 or 8 years to be able to bring that to Center Pointe, and not having any idea at that time what was in the future about the Unfinished Initiative.
The title, Unfinished, really hit home with me, because I've always felt that God wasn't finished with me, that there was something more to happen. In 2009, a doctor told me that I only had 4 years to live. And I fired that doctor that day because he didn't have faith. You know, he didn't expect better things to come with prayer and with the Lord's help. So we actually fired him, went on a search, and found other doctors who would help. Ended up going to Indianapolis, and 10 years later, I'm still here. Do we still have the cancer chasing us? Yeah, but we're way ahead of it. The Lord has told me that he's not finished, that I have more to do for him and more to do here and more to do for her and our family. So that Unfinished title hit home. To me, the Unfinished Initiative isn't just about building a building. It's about building a community for God. And once we get the building there, we're going to have to fill that building. We're going to have to walk the walk with those people and be there to support them. And new volunteers are going to be needed. Everything is going to be new. And to be a part of something bigger than what we are is extremely cool.
I'm a little partial because I have a grandchild that will be here in December, and so that's one of the things I think about the future, not just for my grandchild, but for all the little ones that are growing up. I just feel like it's just a safe place to go, because the world we live in these days, it's hard to find those places anymore.
Being a part of the growth of the kingdom, what more could you ask for? I mean, my gosh, the reward is there in itself. You know, watching the kingdom grow, watching as the building grows and as this community grows, and you've stepped in and been a part of it. You're not standing back on the sidelines. You're jumping. You know, put me in, coach. You know, I'm ready to play.
When you are serving, that becomes a part of your inner,
another new family.
A new family. So when you're in that serving role, you're building those relationships, and again, that becomes accountability. You can go to those people. But it's a place too. It's fascinating to think the hope that when you walk through the new doors, what new hope can be given to somebody that doesn't have that hope anymore.